And I'd like to mention, as we go on, that prayer is not about God assenting to or endorsing the will of man on earth. The reason God instituted prayer is not so that if you have a desire, God will do it. You have a will, God will do it. Prayer is not about God establishing your will on earth. No. When you pray and you are praying outside God's will, there is no guarantee that you will receive an answer. We mentioned when we were talking about kingdom is that one thing about kingdom is it goes with the will of the king. The will of the king is established in his kingdom, and that's what shows that he's on the throne. His will. And that's why when Jesus said, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done." The battle that we have in life is that there are two kingdoms, and so there are two wills. Satan has a kingdom, the kingdom of darkness, and he's the prince of that kingdom. And he has a will, and his will is everything against God, and he wants his will to be done. That's why he does what he does. But there is another kingdom, the kingdom of light, where God reigns, and God's kingdom, his will is done. When we pray, prayer is about establishing his will on earth, not your will. So if you have a desire and it's in conformity with his will, he will do it. If you have a desire and it's contrary to his will, he has no obligation to do it. Are we together? And so Jesus taught us to pray in Matthew chapter 6 verse 10, "Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." May I say to you, David says, "Before I was formed in my mother's womb, and before any of my days existed, you have written volume." So every one of us, before we were born, there is a book concerning you, and every day of your life is in that book. So there are things that God expects in your life, things that God expects you to have. He's a father, and that's why when Jesus was teaching about prayer, the first thing he said, "Our Father who art in heaven." So when you understand that God is your Father, you will understand that his thoughts, his will, his heart towards you is for what? Is for good. So as a parent, you have thoughts concerning your child, and they are thoughts of good. They are thoughts of progress. And that's why you started by saying, when you pray, "Our Father who art in heaven." So know that he is your Father. He loves you. He cares for you. He's concerned about you. He has good thoughts towards you. But then he says, "Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven," which means he has his will concerning you. So when you pray, you must pray in agreement with his will. When you pray outside his will, he will not do it. So the reason God reveals his mind to us in prayer is so that we will know his will, pray according to his will, so that our prayer will be heard.